Volkswagen has offered workers a 14% pay rise, but unions have said no. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Volkswagen Group are in a pretty fierce battle with unions and staff in Germany. They're going to close not 2 factories, but likely 3. Likely going to fire thousands and thousands of staff. Remember that actually the Volkswagen Group employ 120,000 people in Germany, and therefore approximately 1.2 million people indirectly, because normally one direct job in the automotive industry actually employs an additional 10 people. So that's around 1.2 million people. So keep in mind, if the Volkswagen Group were to fire 10,000 people, approximately 100,000 people would actually lose their jobs. That's Germany. But in America, Volkswagen as a group has similar challenges. Its factory has been unionized, or its company has been unionized in America, and the UAW is demanding pay rises. But Volkswagen Group offered employees a 14% pay rise over 4 years. They said no to this deal. Earlier this year, workers at Volkswagen's factory in Chattanooga, Tennessee voted in favor of joining the UAW, and now the German marquee is offering them a 14% pay rise over 4 years to prevent them from going on strike. Employees at the site have been holding talks with Volkswagen officials for many months, and they want a pay rise and basically better working conditions. Volkswagen's offer includes profit sharing and promises to improve healthcare benefits for hourly workers, but the UAW is not satisfied with Volkswagen's proposal, and they want a record contract. I'm not sure how this is going to go, because I honestly see the Volkswagen Group potentially going bankrupt if these kinds of deals are signed. They have $190 billion in debt, and if you're paying workers 14% more, I understand workers deserve that, but here's the thing. Automotive factories are being robotized very, very quickly. They're getting more and more robots in. Look at Chinese EV factories, Chinese car factories. Robots are being brought in by the day to replace humans in all different types. Now they're using smart robots, not just new machinery. Many factories now are reducing staff hugely. So what happened after GM, Ford, and Stellantis signed deals with the union earlier this year with the UAW? Massive increases in salaries happened. Workers thought this was good. But since then, more than 20,000 staff in America have been fired. Not the result they thought would happen, really, is it? We've been bargaining for months, and Volkswagen is still not taking our demands seriously, said UAW Volkswagen Bargaining Committee member Yogi Peoples. With the record profits they've made and the dividend schemes they've used to pad the pockets of shareholders, there's more than enough money to meet our demands for a record contract. Well, actually, the UAW is basically lying. Volkswagen's record contracts are a fabrication by the unions. I don't think the media should print this stuff. It's so ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these workers don't deserve a 14% pay rise over 4 years. I mean, that seems pretty reasonable to me. Sorry, that's not even what they want. They want more than that, so they haven't agreed to that. I'm not saying they don't deserve more than that. But I don't like it when the UAW makes up facts, because Americans believe this. A lot of Americans believe what the UAW says. They believe, well, they're the union, therefore they're good, therefore they're telling the truth. But they're not. Volkswagen is not making record profits. In fact, their profits have fallen by a staggering amount. In fact, they fell by 42% over the last quarter. And their revenue, their actual real profits as well, have fallen down to record lows, down to less than a few percent. That is not a record, many, many miles away from it. And the union is not taking into account that if you have hundreds of billions of dollars in debt, you've got to pay that back. You've got to pay the interest on that debt at the very least. In September, UAW President Shawn Fain said Volkswagen Chattanooga workers are the backbone of this plant and the company, and that it was time to earn a record contract and make history again. Now, Shawn Fain does like making history. I think we're going to look back on his history making as being maybe not the positive thing that he thinks it is. Volkswagen has held ongoing and kind of potentially confrontational talks with UAW on all aspects of this new contract, and recently started to discuss economic issues. The union can choose to accept or decline the offer or make a counter proposal. Interim Chief Executive and Chief Human Resources Officer at the Volkswagen Group of America, Garrett Spengler described the contract as compelling. We have made the UAW a compelling economic offer that makes our great Chattanooga jobs even better, he said. Volkswagen has been at the bargaining table working quickly and tirelessly with UAW to reach a strong first contract. Working collaboratively with unions and taking care of our people are deeply anchored in the Volkswagen DNA. Key demands being pushed by the UAW include higher wages, better PTO, fair attendance policies, improved health and safety, secure retirement, greater job security, affordable health care. There's a lot of demands being made. I don't think it's going to play out very well. Think about it, right? The Volkswagen Group are demanding that 120,000 workers in Germany take a 10% pay cut, plus they're going to be closing factories. Really? Is it really possible for them to go and then pay their workers in America, give them 20% pay rises, better PTO, fair attendance policies, improved health and safety? Don't get me wrong, improved health and safety is certainly an outcome that they should be aiming for. Secure retirement, greater job security, and affordable healthcare. I mean, all that stuff sounds great. I just don't see how you can really get water out of a stone. I mean, where does all this money come from? The Volkswagen Group, I believe, just don't have it. Tesla has been taking on, or being, to be honest, really in a battle it doesn't want to be part of, with the union called IG Metall. It's the biggest union in Europe. I'm sure you've seen it. There's been literally tens of thousands of news articles about IG Metall and their plan to force Tesla into signing a union agreement. They've done everything they can think of. They've attacked Tesla in so many different ways. But now it appears that Tesla might get a bit of a reprieve, because IG Metall is going after two of the biggest car companies or conglomerates in the world. So it appears as though IG Metall might have its hands full. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Now, guys, I have been trying to get everyone to buy solar. If you get solar, you're more likely to get an EV, because then you can charge it basically for free. The company I recommend here in Australia is called Resync Solar. I'll put a link in the description below. Strikes are about to hit Volkswagen in December, as IG Metall is saying that basically the Volkswagen Group cannot decrease salaries as planned. So the Volkswagen Group have said they have to cut salaries by 10% and shut down 2 factories in Germany. Of course, IG Metall, well, they've got something to say about that. Workers at Volkswagen are going on strike across Germany as soon as next week, the IG Metall union said in a notice on Friday, as a clash between labour and management over layoffs and plant closures escalates. Now, IG Metall says that instead of decreasing salaries by 10% in order to prevent themselves from going bankrupt, that actually they have to increase wages by 10%.